Well, folks, it only took him 3 years to finally do it, but by God, this week, Donald Trump finally, again after 3 long years of waiting, released the report showing all of the massive fraud that took place. And remarkably, you're not going to believe this. I know this is like totally unbelievable. All of that fraud took place in all of the states that are currently investigating Donald Trump's attempts to overturn their election results. What are the odds? Well, according to Donald Trump, the odds are great because he totally has this evidence and it's been verified, although he didn't tell us who verified it, but somebody somewhere apparently verified it, and he put it out in a report this week titled Summary of Election Fraud in the 2020 Presidential Election in the Swing States. And the states it looked at were Georgia, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Michigan. 5 states that, well, one, Georgia's already indicted him. The other 4 are currently investigating what he and his accomplices did to overturn their state's election results. And Donald Trump, just with the best timing ever, says, oh no, now, 3 years after I made the claims, now I can finally prove it in this half-assed, completely bogus report. And when Trump shared that report on social media, he shared it with a post that said, quote, I am pleased to share a report that is fully verified. Most of the information was gotten from government sources, tapes, and other public records, and compiled by the most highly qualified election experts in the country. If the Republican Senate does not step forward and address this atrocity, it will happen again and be virtually impossible for Republicans to win elections in the future. So, what's in the report, man? Like, who are these people you talk, like the tapes? You have tapes of fraudulent voters, like they recorded themselves, like on audio, committing voter fraud? That seems a little weird. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying it didn't happen. Like, nothing in the report can be verified by any of these alleged outside sources that Donald Trump claims have, I guess, verified this information. Of course, the timing of this report also coincides with an actual election expert that Donald Trump himself paid a couple $1 million to. He wrote an op-ed, Ken Block is his name, with Simpatico Software Systems, wrote an op-ed in USA Today this week that says, Trump paid me to find voter fraud. It simply didn't exist. And by the way, Mr. Block has actually already cooperated with the January 6th Select Committee, and there's no reason to believe that he hasn't also cooperated with Jack Smith. But Trump claims that this new report that he has put together, I guess himself, totally exonerates him 100%. In fact, in a second post on Truth Social, Trump said, what I was doing is bringing to light the fact that the election was, without question, rigged and stolen. If I did not do this, I would have been in violation of my oath of office and the Take Care Clause, which requires the president to take care that the laws be faithfully executed. Therefore, he says, I am entitled to total immunity because that is exactly what I was doing, taking care of our country and guarding it from rigged and stolen elections. How nice is that, right? Trump is just looking out for us. And even though he's been given opportunity after opportunity, like, you know, in all the court cases where they tried to overturn the election results, he was given all those opportunities to turn over this information about alleged voter fraud. He wanted to wait till right now, you know, right after the new year, didn't want it to interfere with Christmas or New Year's or Hanukkah or anything else. You know, people take your breaks, enjoy your family time, have your feasts. Obviously, couldn't do it the month before that. Thanksgiving, a horrible time for news. So he waited 3 years to give it to us right now, right as he is facing criminal trial after criminal trial. Can't wait to see what Jack Smith does with this, but I'm willing to bet it's not going to move him whatsoever, because if Trump had this evidence, he would have shown it in court more than 3 years ago when he actually had the chance to do it. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.